Man, Bloomberg is up. Damn. Truman is up. Man, Lincoln is up. Son, white folks in general is up. Shh, they're coming.
Good evening. I'm Philip Halston. In 1954, the United States was marred with unrest. With the bus boycotts in Montgomery and Brown versus the Board of Education still under deliberation, the social climate was changing rapidly. It was in this context that one man, Cyrus Holloway, made history when he took on the rural town of Hartsfield, Alabama.
I remember it was a hot day, and I was working a double shift at the steel mill. Between shifts, I went outside and bought myself a roast beef sandwich from a boy that used to sell them out front. Little did I know that that roast beef sandwich would change my life forever. Not long after lunch, I felt bubbling in my stomach, evil bubbling. Bubble that, to me, signified nothing else but the early stages of mud butt. I had to take a dump. I had to take a dump immediately.
The closest colored bathroom was located in the basement of the steel mill, near the boiler room.
Oh, that toilet was disgusting. It wasn't fit for Christian butt cheeks. My only options at that time were I could either go doo-doo in my trousers, which I couldn't do. That was my only good pair at the time. Or I could use the white restroom. It was risky, but so was mud butt.
Mr. Holloway proceeded to go to the white restroom and take what would be known as one of the most significant dumps in American history. After the historic dump began, one of Holloway's co-workers, Austin Stringer, entered the restroom. He immediately called the local police, who were being followed by a television crew.
There he is, officer. Get out of there, Holloway.
With all due respect, I got the mud button.
While I was on that toilet, they sick dogs on me. Sprayed me with water.
Good Lord, it's mud butt.
Finally, I just let them haul me off to jail.
Welcome. Desecration of a white facility with Negroid feces. Here's your evidence.
I can make about 3-4 more bags of that if you want some.
Cyrus was charged with using a white rest facility and faced 9 years in prison. Word spread quickly around Hartsfield and the nation at large. Civil rights activists throughout the United States descended on this tiny Alabama town almost immediately.
My brothers and sisters, we are gathered here today to discuss matters of the cocky-dookie and the stinky-stinky. Yes, sir. I have a question to pose to the government. Why can't my turd float next to yours? Our voices will be heard.
It was the first and largest demonstration of its kind. The nation's first in.
No, my brothers and sisters, do not run. Turn your butt cheeks toward the aggressor and let them clean your butt cheeks with the cascade and water. This is a good thing, my brothers and sisters.
The then made national news. The American Legal Society picked up the case and took it all the way to the Supreme Court.
Case of Holloway versus the state of Alabama. The Supreme Court rules in favor of Mr. Holloway. It is my opinion that no matter what the color of your skin, your feces will be brown, except for the clay-colored ones, and of course, the spinach green. And no matter what the hue of your poo, it will undoubtedly stink. Good day.
By the time they read that verdict, Mud Butt was calling. I suppose I was happy about winning. I think what I was most happy about was that I could get up from that courtroom and use the toilet.
How you doing, Miss Pippin?
I just remember going in that bathroom and taking the first free dump I'd ever taken in my life. Beautiful dump. As a matter of fact, the choir from my church came.
Well, I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. I'm gonna study war no more.
It is all just a matter of the stinky and the cocky-dookie.
I'm Philip Alston. Good night.
Well, I ain't gonna study war no more.
Welcome to the world's greatest wars. We've reviewed the Civil War, World War II, and the Gulf War. But now, we turn your attention to a classic war that took place right here on American soil. For the last 20 years on Chicago's South Side, a violent war has been waged between two bitter enemies, the 19th Street Gangsters and the River Terrace crew. The war began in 1982 over a pair of basketball shoes. But not just any basketball shoes. These were Nikes. A-Dog A, Earl the Snake White, called out after a rival member of the 19th Street Gangsters, General Cornrow Wallace, made minor contact with his shoes.
Hey! Hey, dog, hey. You stepped on my sneaker, man.
The Snake knew then that he would have to fight him.
What you got? Ow!
The Snake was down, but not out. He returned to the crew's clubhouse and rallied the troops with a most impassioned speech.
Some work-ass trick just stepped on my sneakers and poured Morton salt all over me. Are y'all ready to ride? Rob. Let's ride on these fools at their own barbecue.
Wasting no time, the crew commenced stomping on people's sneakers to let them know who ran the projects. General Cornrow Wallace pulled out a gun, unheard of at that point in street fighting. A resident called 911 immediately. Police showed up promptly 4 hours later. Cornrow was sentenced to 7 years in prison. His time there would be formative, to say the least. His roommate in jail was a man named Tyrone Biggums, who regaled Cornrow with stories of a new way to make cocaine.
It's called crack. It's great, and it's so simple to make. All you need is some cocaine and some baking soda, and I think I tasted egg and cinnamon. Whoever sells it is gonna be rich.
Cornrow immediately alerted his friends on the outside via a letter.
Yo, y'all need to cook up cocaine with king powder and sell it. All the best. Corn roller. P.S.
They immediately started cooking the stuff up and selling it on what little space they still controlled. They had made hundreds of thousands of dollars in mere weeks. In no time, Snake and his crew followed suit. The money made fueled what became a heated arms race between the two groups. The violence escalated every year, finally peaking in 1989, when the 19th Street Gangsters sustained a massive loss at the Battle of the Kool Moe concert, which took place at a Kool Moe concert. Newly released from prison, revered General Cornrow Wallace was shot dead. The funeral was somber. and filled with Cornrow's signature bird call. The funeral passed without incident. But what the crew did next appalled even the hardest thugs. The crew went to the graveyard and dug up General Cornrow Wallace's body, absconding with it to their hideout. The incident was videotaped and sent to members of the 19th Street Gangsters.
Hey, fool, we got your leader. Look at us. High five. Look at these pretty clothes there. Get his shoes. Look at them pretty shoes.
Tensions between the gangsters and the 19th Street crew rage to this day. Most of the original members of the gangs are either dead or in jail. But we did speak to one member, Earl the Snake White. Ironically, he now works at a friendly shoe source in a strip mall on the exact location where the Cardinal Projects once stood.
All right.
Snake, knowing what you do now, was it all worth it?
Yeah, it was a tragedy. Can you repeat the question?
For the History Channel, I'm Jeff Frankel. Good night.
Good evening. I'm Kent Wallace. Since its inception, Hollywood has often been accused of racism. But is it racist? And if so, who are the culprits? Frontline embarked on a journey to answer these questions, and what we uncovered may shock you. For years, Rin Tin Tin was adored by countless Americans for his TV exploits.
Who stole the silver? 12? Good boy, Rin.
His acts of heroism and undying loyalty to his master were his trademarks. That is, until recent allegations surfaced. This is Justin Wilkes, a security guard in Montgomery, Alabama. For 3 decades, he has waged a personal crusade against the canine star.
That dog that you call Rin Tin Tin, I call racist. I saw the show. I saw the dog. I said, where do I know this dog from? And it hit me. Selma, Alabama, 1957, right in front of Woolworth.
So you're saying that's you in the classic civil rights footage?
Okay, see, that's a discrepancy right there. What you calling classic civil rights footage, I call footage of me getting bit on my ass by a German Shepherd from Dusseldorf, Germany. If you would like to see, there's actually bite marks on my ass. I can prove it.
We hunted down the dental records of the dog who played Rin Tin Tin. A few days later, Mr. Wilkes returned, and a canine dental expert compared the records with his scar.
This is most definitely a match right here.
What I say? Come on, what am I saying?
That opened the floodgates. In subsequent weeks, more African Americans came forward with similar accusations against iconic animals, breaking decades of silence.
Mr. Ed. I worked with him for 2 years. That disgusting bigot-ass horse.
Mr. Ed, take 4.
Oh, I better get out of here.
Took you long enough, nigger.
I'll cut you. I'ma cut you, do you
Boys,
hear me?
get her
I know
away
where
from
you
me.
live, Mr. Ed. I'm gonna cut you.
There were also many rumors of his off-camera activities. Frontline was sent anonymously this picture with this not-so-subtle note attached. Dear Frontline, this is Mr. Ed. But worse than Mr. Ed, worse even than Rin Tin Tin, were the accusations lobbed at Flipper.
Flipper. But I know him as James, the nigger hating dog. That's what they used to call him. They used to come out of the pool and they throw him in the pool. You know, to scare the black people.
Shocking. Unfortunately, none of the animals in question are alive to offer a rebuttal. However, the estate of Mr. Ed did issue this statement. We deeply regret the way Mr. Ed was taken advantage of by the Klan. If it's any consolation, his best friend was the Black Stallion. Next time on Frontline, we expose racist Hollywood automobiles and hear disturbing audio from the hit TV show Knight Rider.
Puerto Ricans are lazy, Michael.
I'm Kent Wallace. Good night.
Man, Bloomberg is up.
Man, Carter is up.
Damn. Truman is up. Man, Lincoln is up. Son, white folks in general is up. Shh, they're coming. Man, the chief. Hey, y'all, look. It's a boat with some white people on it. Y'all wait here. I'm gonna see what they want. Man,
Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Oh!